Hi, so this is just a quick starter for the video. We're going to be looking at sheep shearing, so we're going to go back in time by a couple of weeks, and I'll just show you what I've been filming lately, how things have been going, and unfortunately some shocking news. So please watch on. Come on, Doris. Before and after. We did our shearing over 2 days. I think we had about 95 to shear. So we did it in 2 lots as we were fitting in with Peter's schedule. He was shearing after he finished work, the guy who was shearing for us, and also we had a fair bit to do on the campsite as well. So it was an afternoon job, and we did it a couple of hours each day. You can see there's Doris. She didn't want to leave her lambs behind. She was very protective. My role, helping to drive the sheep forward. And then when we got our system in flow, I was in charge of rolling the wool. That's nearly always my job. So our team was Peter, who was shearing for us, Dad, my uncle Peter as well, helping out, who's seen there. And then on the second day, we also had Kate, who was helping us to shear. So that is shearing part 1, covered in grease, tired, so tired. And I've got 2 hours to feed myself, have a shower, go to bed. Now we are on to shearing day 2, same drills, getting the sheep back into the shed, working our way through our system. And here you can see Rosie and Mabel, two homebred sheep. They were both bottle fed as lambs. They were hanging out at the back, and there you see the bags of wool as we started work yesterday. And we used an old bell tent tarpaulin base to work on, which was kind of handy. I did suggest that I might need a wool table so I didn't have to bend down as much, but that request was ignored. Here you can see Kate working away. She was super fast, really amazing at shearing. I was very impressed. It is definitely an art form when someone's working like that, and we were really happy with the quality of the shearing and the fact that Kate and Peter were really careful with the sheep, really gentle with them. I made a really good job and hardly any nicks or cuts at all, which is a miracle considering how much some of the younger ones were kicking about. And this is Phantom's fleece. So you know Phantom, the one with the mask, like on her face. So her wool came off. She had a bit of a multicoloured fleece, which I thought was interesting. And this is little Bambi after her first shearing. She was fairly well behaved, good girl. So as you can see, made a really, really nice job, and the wool was coming off really nice. And overall, the sheep looking really well after they were sheared. We noticed that we had 2 ewes with mastitis, so they had an injection. And then the main concern was after shearing, we just noticed that Mabel was looking in quite poor condition again. So this was her after she was sheared. She was the last one to go. And if you don't remember, Mabel is 4 years old, and she just really sheared looking quite scruffy and in poor condition. Compared to the others, she definitely stood out. So that is the shearing done, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing how it went down for us. And nice that this year we got sunshine and warm weather, because last year it was flipping dreadful. After shearing, we all went away and had a discussion about how Mabel looked to be in quite poor condition. The shearer had commented, Kate, the lady that was shearing for us, said she looks like an old sheep, something's not quite right, and we all agreed something wasn't quite right. Now, if you remember last year, Mabel was very bloated, and then she was really downhill around the same time. She was poorly, and she came back from it, and it was almost like a miracle that she came back from it, and we're so pleased. She just seemed to be normal. She had a lamb this year, everything was normal. The morning after shearing, we found she was dead, which was extremely shocking, upsetting. I definitely cried a lot about it, but this was a couple of weeks ago now, so I've had time to process it and deal with it. And her death is obviously very final. There's none of the uncertainty as to last time what we should do for the best, etc., etc. She's gone. We phoned the vet about possibility of doing a post-mortem, and the vet said that unless there was like a flock related risk, like a risk to the rest of the flock, then you probably wouldn't do a post-mortem. So we decided not to do that, and he said she probably had a weak heart and that shearing can be stressful, and that would have been enough, really. So it's very sad that she's gone. I've stopped looking back at old pictures. I've got books and photographs and videos of Mabel, but I'm just not going to look at them at the moment because they just make me feel sad, because she had a very special, sweet soul. I do believe she had a very special, sweet soul. Good morning, and what a lovely morning it is. It's 5:30 and it's about the 19th of June today. It's a Saturday, and as you can see, the sheep have all had their wool sheared, and generally we've had some quite nice warm weather, so it's been good that we got the wool off. Yesterday was a very rainy day though, very wet, but we really needed it, so everything feels like sort of sun's come out after this sort of stormy day, and it's quite lovely, quite peaceful. All the animals look quite well, so that's good. You'll have known if you watch my other videos, I've been getting up really early lately, especially if the weather forecast is looking good. I can't stay in bed on a beautiful morning, want to just enjoy it. And this was last weekend. We moved the Highland cows and calves to fresh grazing. They'd really eaten up completely and they were getting through the haylage as well at quite a fast rate. We only have a certain amount left, so it was time to move them to a bit of fresh pasture. There we go, another newborn calf, nice light colour again. This is the cows, a new bit of grazing they moved to yesterday. That's a nice sight, little calf. And that is going to be the end of the video, so I hope that you have enjoyed watching and seeing how shearing went down for us. Very sad that we lost Mabel, but the cycle of life continues and we have new calves and lots to be thankful for as always. We're kind of watching now for haymaking. Is going to be coming up soon. And I'm sure that I've got more video content in the bag to bring to you. I just need to go through my archives and have a look what I've filmed since we did shearing 2 weeks ago. Thank you for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of these kind of videos. And I appreciate your support as always. Love reading your comments, and I will see you soon. Bye.